For me, it wasn't so much the first time that Power 1490 signed on. It was the first time that we went out in public and we got recognized for being Power 1490. That all of a sudden, we were, stars. We were, part of the community, and people were really digging us. For me, that was the big first, like, wow, people are really listening to us, and we're really on the air. Check us out.
I remember we would go places, and if we would do something at University of Arizona, and there'd be 6 stations there, every kid would come up to our booth.
We relied on the audience more to request us to go out. I mean, the Saturday Night Party Patrol was more of an interaction of the fans, of the die-hard fans of the station, and the jocks. I mean, there was a really serious connection.
Probably one of my favorite times on Power 1490 is we did a feature called the Saturday Night Party Patrol, and it was like an on-air party on the street.
Live from the streets of Tucson, it's a Saturday Night Party Patrol!
What's up? It's R-Dub at the control tower. Let's go live to Keith Duncan and Kid Loco in the Power Van. What's up, buddies?
Right now, we're at a country club in Grant. We're going to go over to Jack in the Box. We're on the way to O'Malley's right now. Right now, we're at the Buena Vista. We're out here at the Desert Diamond. It's a warehouse party at Euclid and Broadway.
Randy Williams along with MC Boogity right now. We're at Hooters on Wilmot.
Right now in the parking lot of Famous Sam's.
We're on the way to the Downs. First and Wetmore at Tucson's official teen nightclub.
On Thursday night 10 in the Sonic and some Munchies. We are at the After Hours Rave. Right here, we're at 12th and Euclid. We took a quick stop at the Loft Cinema on Country Club and Speedway. We're kicking back Mi Vida Loca just ended. Right now, we're on the freeway. We're about to hit the U of A area and the We're going to go break the law, y'all. We're going to hit South 6.
It's the Saturday Night Party Patrol.
I can remember doing a promotion once with Lighter Shade of Brown down when they were very popular, and we did a promotion down at a fast food restaurant on the south side of Tucson, and literally there were so many people at this promotion they had to shut the street down. The police had to come because it was a mob scene there.
I do remember this. Okay, this was this particular fast food joint. Bobby and I, DWTX, we pulled up, and the line was just all the way around the building. You had people inside, you had people outside in the parking lot, you had people just hanging out on the streets and just waiting for us to show up. And we pulled up and we were just like, I remember like, wow, are you kidding me?
They literally had to block traffic both ways because there were so many people there to see this group. And at the time, that was unheard of.
That was just crazy, man. That day was unforgettable, for sure.
I remember the Downs. The Downs. I mean, huge teen night. This teen night was at a racetrack. So, imagine a club that smelled like horse poop, but no one cared. I mean, everyone came and had a good time. Thousands of kids. We broadcasted live. There were basketball courts, like video games. You could dance. It was hot and sweaty and smelled like a horse stable. Oh, I forgot it was a horse stable. It was the Rieto Downs racetrack, but for some reason we turned it into a teen club night on Fridays and Saturdays, and it was a huge part of that generation growing up.
Power 1490's Club 1490. Let's check in right now live at the Downs with MC Boogity. How's it look, man?
What's up, Randy Williams? How you doing? It's MC Boogity, Killer Keith, JB. We are live at the Downs. Everybody make some noise. Can you hear that, Tucson? If you're not here, you're going to miss a hype show. Really quick, remember, Power 1490 Jams.
Oh, lots of fun. I remember my favorite shows there were Lighter Shade of Brown. We had Lighter Shade of Brown.
That place was packed, wall to wall. I mean, it was a sauna in there. It was hot.
And just going down there, and a lot of kids who, for the most part, there were some incidents, but for the most part, everybody was there to listen to music and just have a blast.
I remember my little sister every week wanted to go to that place. That was a big thing. You know what I mean? It was like 21-year-olds wanting to go to a 21-year-old club every week, and that's the way that club was. So it was actually the first thing for teenagers around here.
The Outback was like no club that I've been to. It was probably the biggest club that I ever performed in, ever, during our touring, in Tucson. I remember we performed there a few times, and I just remember walking inside that spot, man. It was so huge. Like, as soon as you walked in, I mean, just the ceiling, just everything. The bar was in the middle, big, huge bar all the way around, and beyond that was this big, huge dance floor, and you had the stage, and I remember just rocking that, man, and we came back, and we rocked for Tucson a couple of times. But Outback was a definitely memorable spot, man, to be at.
But I remember a lot of artists coming to town. I remember Deion Sanders came to town when he released a CD, and I remember him being in the studio, and I was amazed. I was like, this guy is such an incredible football player, and he's kind of a little guy. I was like, that was kind of wild, so I remember that.
I remember Ice Cube, somebody interviewed Ice Cube on this station, and I just happened to be in the studio when Ice Cube called in.
I remember partying with Milli Vanilli.
I remember bumping into Eazy-E before he died, sure, and it wasn't that long ago before, it was like months before he announced he had been sick.
I'll tell you the concerts I went to: Cypress Hill, Ice Cube, Da Brat, Roger Troutman.
I remember the Zapp and Roger show at the Buena Vista. That was fabulous, man. That was just incredible.
It's Roger Troutman live in studio with us. The concert happening tonight, 8 o'clock at the Buena Vista. Can I do this like this? Today. Uh-oh. Look at what I break into. That's right. Tonight at the Buena Vista, 8 p.m., Zapp and Roger, they're going to blow that thing.
Power 1490. Come on.
Power 1490 jams today's hottest music. Bruce St. James along with Roger Troutman in the studio and Roger on the radio with Dance Floor.
Yeah, this is a trip, man. It's just a dream come true. What can I say?
Hey, oh yeah, hanging out in Tucson with me. It's got to be the highlight of your career. Hey, you know what? We got people calling us up, want to speak to Roger. Hold on a second. Hi, Power 1490. Who's this?
This is Lisa Cook.
Hi, how are you doing, girl?
Y'all talking about the concert tonight. You and Roger seem like y'all having a good time.
We're having
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's your name?
My name is Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Roger. Hey, can we get some free tickets to come down there now?
Wait a minute, Lisa. Wait a minute. I have a question for you.
What's the question?
Actually, I have 2 questions.
What's the 2 questions?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What's your favorite radio station?
Power 1490.
Your next question is, can I ask you to be my computer?
Can I sing it for you, homie?
Roger Troutman, I remember him because he was by far just the most fun and best interview I ever did. He just really came in and gave you everything he could.
I mean, when all the hip-hop shows came to Tucson, was KRQ going to host a South Central Cartel show or a Zapp and Roger show? They didn't play that music, so they came to Power 1490, and there was a couple venues. I remember there was a place called the Buena Vista Theater that I think is either bulldozed down or been fenced off for many, many years now.
It's Bruce St. James along with Domino.
That was all good.
Hey, the show is tonight, 8 p.m. at
Buena Vista.
Onyx is coming to town. That's right. They're going to be slamming into the Buena Vista Theater.
I got 2 tickets to see MC8 and Compton's Most Wanted this Sunday at the Buena Vista Theater.
The Buena Vista Theater, it's the place to be. Tuesday night, October 4th. Powerhouse 1. Who's going to be there, you ask? YNV. Rappin' Forte and his Players Club.
The Buena Vista Theater is proud to announce Ice Cube. Ice Cube with special guest to Brad.
We are welcoming Coolio. He'll be in concert at the Buena Vista August 11th.
A lot of concerts there. Ice Cube. I remember the Brat was there. Coolio.
My favorite Power 1490 memory would have to be the Coolio concert at the Buena Vista Theater. Coolio hanging back with everybody, and not just hanging back with us, but hanging with the listeners and stuff. And time for him to go on stage. And we had just introduced Coolio as a radio station. And I remember being as close to him as I possibly could, probably 10 or 15 feet away, and those guys just pushing me out. And here I am, and he's doing his thing, and I don't remember what the opening song was. And the spotlight all of a sudden came to me because they thought I was part of it. So they pushed me out, and I'm like, oh man, I don't belong out here. And everybody kind of just laughed it off, and then Coolio went about his business.
We want to thank everybody for coming out to the Coolio show last night at the Buena Vista Theater for ending Summer Jam 94. Thank you guys for keeping it peaceful. A couple of things interesting happened last night. First of all, Fathead, who just got off there, did a little striptease last night.
Yeah, what was all that all about?
Come here, Fathead.
I did not do a striptease. No.
When Coolio came out and was doing the show, you was up on stage.
Yeah.
He gave you a little bit of a dirty look. Why?
I guess he doesn't like people up on stage.
You were just messing up all last night.
I'm not going no more shows.
Okay, all right.
TCC was what I remember going there, you know what I'm saying, early 90s. And we performed there a couple times, whether it was a lowrider car show, whether it was opening up for Boys to Men.
Oh, there's just lots of concerts at the TCC. Just, you know, every time we got the TCC, that was an event because you knew it was a big show.
Lighter Shade of Brown coming live to the Tucson Convention Center March 26th. Part of the Lottie Dottie Party with the Conscious Daughters, Lizette Melendez and Too Short.
This time tomorrow, you could be watching Shy, Silk, SWV, Belle Biv DeVoe, and Tag Team in the Budweiser Superfest tomorrow night at TCC.
Tomorrow, 7 o'clock at the TCC. War is going to take the stage. And don't forget Dr. Dre, Onyx, Run DMC, and Boss all together at the TCC.
At the Tucson Convention Center, all under one roof. We got Drew Down, the original Mac of the Year. How about MC Ren from NWA? Quo will be blowing up. Menage a Trois, MC Suge, King T, and more.
Budweiser Superfest is going on. TCC. My man right here, Coolio, R. Kelly, Warren G, Heavy D and the boys all in concert.
Ice Cube, Black Sheep, WC, The Mad Circle, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, and special guest Yo-Yo. You can't play with my yo-yo. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They're coming to the TCC.
November 27th, the TCC, the Chronic Tours in the house. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Dr. Dre, the Dog Pound, Spice One, 95 South is going to be ripping up the TCC.
This Saturday at the TCC, it's the Super Oldies concert. We got the legendary Bretton Wood in concert.
It is on at the TCC. Boys to Men and Brandy.
I remember, one of my favorites, when we had the booming ass system in that 1490 van.
It was like, 10 speakers, 4 subwoofers. It was huge.
And I remember parking in front of TCC with the system up. We're up there throwing out singles off the top of the van to all these people. The system's booming, and here comes a guy in a tuxedo walks up and says, "Excuse me, could you guys turn it down? We're having a symphony next door." It was great, man. It was amazing. One of a kind.
The biggest event Power 1490 ever did. Obviously, everybody had now let's morph to getting towards the end. Hot 97 is now on in New York. You got Power 92 in Phoenix, kind of the version of us on FM in Steve Smith's programming station. So they started this big hip hop concert. They called it Powerhouse in Phoenix. I'm pretty sure of that. So we was working towards doing our own for Power 1490. We finally pulled our first one together.
We knew that our day had come, and we had really hit it big when we brought the Summer Jam to the Tucson Convention Center. And I think it was 10 artists or so from R&B, hip hop, old school, dance.
Tonight, check it out, is Gary the Sandman and the entire Power 1490 street team. We are live at the TCC for Powerhouse Summer Jam. It's the biggest party ever to hit the Old Pueblo. In the house, we have got Zap and Roger, Drew Down, Above the Law, Rula, Miranda, MC Suge, my man Skilo. We hung out with Skilo. Also Master Ace Incorporated. All these guys very cool, great artists. You have any questions at all, ring up my man Nadeem, all right? 880-1490, baby. Powerhouse Summer Jam in full effect.
I think one of our first Tucson Convention Center shows that we actually owned. It wasn't the Budweiser Superfest coming in and us sharing the presents. This was completely our production at the Tucson Convention Center, I think in June, maybe it was June of 1995. And it was a huge show.
And it's just like, wow, now we're feeling like we're here to stay. And we did our version of Powerhouse for Power 1490. And I believe shortly after that, we got kicked off the air. So that event was the most signature event that I can honestly remember, because it was like one of the highs, then one of the lows.
Little did we know that we were days away from having our format changed and having it be the end of Power 1490. And I guess it was a sweet ending, We got to say we did it.